Welcome. We've created this guide to focus on what is arguably one of the most significant pieces of technology regulation in the world, the European Union's AI Act. Specifically, we're going to dive into a compliance matter that requires your immediate, strategic attention, the Article 4 mandate for AI literacy.
So let's start with the most pressing question for every leader in the room. Is your organization truly prepared for August 2nd, 2026? This isn't some hypothetical date on a distant calendar. This is the moment the EU AI Act becomes fully enforceable, and it's bringing with it some very significant penalties for non-compliance. The clock is ticking, and frankly, preparation is everything.
To put this into context, let's just quickly look at the timeline. The Act was officially published back in July of 2024. Then, this is key, the AI literacy obligation from Article 4 actually became applicable in February of 2025. So, with that obligation already in effect, the start of full public enforcement by national authorities is now just a few short months away.
To help you get ready, we've structured this guide to give you a clear, strategic overview. We'll start by covering the Act's surprising global reach. Then, we'll define what the EU actually means by AI literacy. We'll clarify the critical difference between being a provider versus a deployer, and then provide a really actionable framework for compliance before we wrap up with the risks and your immediate next steps.
Okay, first things first, we need to address a major misconception right off the bat. The AI Act is absolutely not just a concern for companies with a physical office in the European Union. Its reach is what's called extraterritorial.
The best way to think about this is to remember the GDPR. Just like that regulation completely reshaped global data privacy standards, the AI Act is set to do the exact same thing for AI governance. It works on what's called a country of destination principle. Basically, if your AI system has an impact on the EU market, your organization is very likely in its scope.
So how exactly does this apply to you? Well, the Act gets triggered under three main conditions. The first two are pretty straightforward. If you place an AI system on the market or put one into service inside the EU, you're covered. But it's this third condition that has the biggest implications, especially for US-based and multinational companies. Listen to this. If the output of your AI system is used within the EU, the Act applies. Think about that. A US company using an AI tool to screen job applicants for a role based in Germany. That falls squarely under the Act. It's incredibly broad.
And that brings us right to the heart of this guide. Article 4 and its mandate to make sure there's AI literacy right across your entire organization.
The Act gives us a very clear definition here. AI literacy is not just about being technically savvy. It's a combination of skills, knowledge, and understanding that allows for the, and this is the key word, informed deployment of AI systems. The really crucial point here is that dual focus, an awareness of both the opportunities and the risks of potential harm.
Now, this doesn't mean every single employee needs to go out and get a PhD in data science. The legislation is actually quite pragmatic. Your obligation is to ensure a sufficient level of literacy, and it needs to be tailored to the technical knowledge, the experience, and the specific role of your staff. It's what's called a best effort obligation, which gives you the flexibility to design programs that actually fit your company rather than forcing some rigid, one-size-fits-all certification on you.
A really critical first step in tailoring your approach is to figure out what your organization's role is under the Act. The regulation makes a very important distinction between two primary actors, providers and deployers.
This chart lays out the distinction pretty clearly. A provider is the one who develops an AI system and puts it on the market. They bear the main burden for technical conformity and documentation. A deployer, on the other hand, is anyone who uses an AI system in a professional context. Their responsibility is focused on proper use and making sure there's human oversight. Now, most companies are going to be deployers, but it's absolutely critical to realize your organization can be both, so you need to carefully analyze your activities.
Okay, so understanding your role is step one. Next, you need a roadmap. You need an actionable plan for compliance. This is all about building a defensible, well-documented program to meet that best effort obligation we talked about in Article 4.
We recommend a simple four-step process. First, assess where you are right now. Conduct a gap analysis to find out what your people know and don't know. Second, tailor your training. Your legal team doesn't need the same training as your software developers. Third, and this is so important, document everything. Your documentation is your proof of compliance. And finally, monitor and update. AI isn't standing still. and the regulations will evolve, so your program has to keep pace.
So what does a good, tailored program actually look like in practice? We suggest a 4-layer framework. You start with a foundational layer for everybody, mandatory training on AI governance basics. Layer 2 is about empowerment, upskilling on tools like generative AI to drive innovation safely. The third layer gets very specific, with role-based, practical training for different groups, like procurement or marketing. And that final layer, layer 4, is system-specific instruction. This is mandatory for anyone operating a high-risk AI system, which ties directly into those human oversight requirements.
All right, let's get down to the bottom line. What are the material risks of non-compliance, and what are the immediate steps your leadership team should be taking right now?
The penalties under the AI Act are, to be blunt, staggering. In some cases, they're even bigger than GDPR fines. For using a prohibited AI practice, we're talking fines up to 35 million euros, or 7% of your company's global annual turnover, whichever is higher. For a large multinational, this could easily be a fine in the hundreds of millions of dollars. The financial stakes are undeniable.
Now, you might have noticed something on that last slide. There's no specific fine listed for Article 4 itself. This is a critical nuance you need to grasp. While there's no standalone penalty for failing the AI literacy requirement, regulators have been crystal clear. As Ireland's Data Protection Commissioner pointed out, a lack of AI literacy could be considered an aggravating factor if your organization gets investigated for something else. What does that mean? It means failing to comply with Article 4 is a risk multiplier. It makes every other potential violation worse.
So let's quickly summarize the key takeaways from this guide. First, that August 2026 deadline is firm, and it's coming up fast. Second, because of the Act's global reach, you have to assume it includes your organization until you prove otherwise. Third, getting compliant with Article 4 absolutely requires a documented, role-based training strategy. And finally, remember that non-compliance isn't just a tick-box exercise. It's a risk multiplier for every other potential AI Act violation you could face.
Finally, and this is essential, please understand that this guide is for informational purposes only. It is not legal advice. The AI Act is a complex piece of legislation. Your very next step must be to consult with qualified legal counsel to assess your organization's specific obligations and risk exposure under this landmark regulation. Thank you.